Okay, T, so we're only an hour late
Yes,
to start recording.
Typical.
I feel like this is just our life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's madness. This morning for me was madness anyway.
Yeah, literally. And we're back! This is season 3.
Yes.
You know, 3 is my lucky number.
Is it?
Like, so I'm excited for this season.
Yeah, it's going to be good. 100%.
And we've got some news, isn't it?
We do. We have lots of news.
Should we do a drum roll or something?
Go on then. Am I announcing news first?
Yeah, go on, because I want to announce your big news.
Okay, so my news is we've come back for season 3, and I'm expecting again.
Oh my god.
Crazy woman.
You said on the last season you're not having another baby.
I know. I feel to redo that episode.
Yeah. I feel like, no, it's out there. Let's just leave it out there. It was the past. Things change.
Things do, yeah. We evolve.
But are you excited?
I am.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah. This is God's plan.
Okay, and then the other big thing, now if you've been following on our socials, I mean, not that we're finished on the pregnancy chat, we still need to properly dive into that.
Yeah. Catch up. This is a catch up.
If you've been following on our socials, you'd have seen that we've announced a brand new host. So excited, mums at home. Again. Click some like buttons. Season 3 host, Cilla, Raie.
Hey, yay, guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so excited to join you girls.
Definitely addition.
I love what you're doing. This is amazing. This is inspirational. Everything about this just embodies empowerment.
Yeah.
And I think this is what we need today.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
And you're on the other side now.
I'm
you're
on
not
the
a
other
guest
side
anymore. You got to be asking the questions.
Exactly. I'm super excited to just talk to everybody, get some inspiration, just be a part of this amazing movement. Because that's what it is, a movement.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and it's growing and it's going to get bigger and better.
That's it.
And we're going to get there. Yes.
So we're going to for anyone who this is their first time ever listening, let's go around. We can start with new host Cilla and say just a little summary who we are, what makes us a badass mom.
Yes.
Hey. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I have a 1-year-old, sorry.
Going back.
I have one child and he is 5. His name's Rashan, my lovely, lovely little boy. I miss him so much. And yeah, he's part reason why I wanted to join this podcast because again, the Badassmums, I got a career, we're working, we're balancing things. We've got hundreds and millions and one things that we're doing every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like my life represents this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm real life living this right now. So I'm an artist, I'm a singer-songwriter, I do PR, I'm in the digital world, I'm in everything. I do things for brands. I do things for brands, I do just lots of content stuff. So balancing loads of different, titles and stuff and just having my son, taking care of him, being a single mom, living that life, so...
And somehow you have time to also be a part of this.
Yeah,
which
be
I'm
a
so
part of
grateful
this.
Real
for.
multitasker.
Exactly, real multitasker. But so are you, Tneek, because listen,
Jeez,
we've got a beautiful woman who's right here eating,
Got to
feed the baby
That's
first, take care of the mom first, take care of the baby. So,
That's it.
and I love this. This is real life. For
real.
Yeah.
So I'm Tneek. What am I? What do I do? So I've got 3 kids. I've got Naomi, who's 10, almost 11. Got Harvey, who's just turned 5. And I've got Ruben, who's turning 3 soon, too. And I've got Bump coming. So I will be a mum of 4.
Super mum, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
A crazy mum of 4.
I feel like you don't find mums of 4s anymore as well.
Yeah, do you know what? People come to me and they look at me like I'm mad when they see that I'm pregnant and they see the 3 kids. It's not standard anymore.
Yeah,
now it's like
standard.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's not standard. So I'm also a rapper, a bid professional as well. And I got my hands in different pots as well.
Yes.
Seriously, but yeah.
Real super mum.
Listen.
And I'm married.
Married too.
I have to
Real
mention
super mum.
Not just
That's
work,
another
not
juggling
just
act.
kids.
That's another juggling act.
Whole husband as well.
A whole husband, a wife. You know what I'm saying?
So,
that's a lot.
So I'm Shahlaa Tahira. I am... What am I? I'm a presenter. I'm a podcaster. I'm a 9 to 5. I'm an executive producer for Sony Music and One Extra. And yeah, I started this. This was my brainchild, like 2018. It must have been, in it, because we was pregnant.
Yeah.
2018, Badassmums, and to see how it's grown, and to even know that like amazing people who are mums like Cilla want to be involved, like it just means so much to me. So thank you for coming to the podcast.
Of course, anytime.
Yeah.
Honestly, and like I said, boss mum.
Oh gosh. Oh, and I have two children. I forgot the kids.
That's the whole reason why you're here.
That's what you see.
Literally, I'm amazing. No.
Real life, we have so much things in our brain that we will literally forget the most basic things.
Literally. So I've got two kids. I've got a daughter who just turned 5, and I've got a son who's 2. And I am done. I said it last season, and I am not playing around.
Be careful with that comment.
I was going to say, listen, I'm going to hold you to it. We'll see.
And also currently co-parenting. So big up their dad.
Yes.
Yeah. So where do we start? Like,
Wow.
I mean, you touched on it a little bit, Cilla, but like, what's the main thing that made you think, let's go for this? Let's take on this extra role in my life. Like, why was it so important to you?
I think because, again, I was like evaluating things, and I just thought to myself, I think we need more of these types of platforms.
Yeah.
Just more. There's so many women, especially like on my social media, on my Instagram, that follow me, and sometimes I go and ask them, I'm like, why are you following me? Like, what's the reason? Like, what do you like? What is it that you see that you like? And a lot of time it's just like, oh, do you know what? I like the fact that you're doing this and you got that going on, and like you've got your son and you're able to balance all these little different things. And I'm like, okay, so it makes sense for me, again, to do this, but also to talk to the other mums who are in similar positions. I mean, you know, again, in the music industry, there's so many mothers in the music industry who've got their own stories, who've got things to say, good and bad, the pros, the cons, it all. And I wish we could just have real, raw, honest conversations.
Yeah, because don't you all find that, especially in our industry, like it's the most taboo topic sometimes, like talking about literally what you go home to every night. Right.
And
people don't want to hear, or they eye roll like, oh, because she's a mom, like she's joining on again.
And you feel about it, it might restrict you as well.
Yeah,
that's another
100%.
Exactly. And me having my own experience, you know, being in the music industry and having a child and being pregnant in the midst of that, you know, I just feel like it's important for me to speak out about certain things, and as well as, you know, the other guests that we might have on who might talk about their experiences, so that other women who are probably hustling to have their careers, who are coming up, or who are thinking about starting a family, or who are in the middle of starting a family, and they just want to, you know, have somewhere that they can turn to and just get some sort of inspiration. So
it's good.
That's why it was very important for me.
Because when you're in it, and this is like, I was talking to my sister-in-law who recently, she's just finishing her maternity leave. She's on the phone to me. She's like, oh, I'm going back to work. Like, I can't believe it's almost like, she's so overwhelmed thinking about it. And it's like, babe, this is normal. Don't worry. Just don't worry. Like, you just have to get through each week. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no point stressing because this is a normal feeling. It's okay that you're worried. There's a lot going on.
And you know, like, sometimes some women don't have that. They don't have other women around them to tell them that. So they don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why podcasts, because a lot of women are listening to podcasts these days, very important. Have it in the background, have a little listen, you know.
And it makes you feel normal as well. Because I think a lot of times what you're going through, you feel like you're on your own. Exactly. Or you're the only one that has to juggle so much. And then when you see there's actually other relatable women that are doing the same thing, you think, look, I got this.
Yeah.
We're just all doing it together.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right, exactly. So, yeah.
Nice. So let's what's happened the last 18 months? I'll start because I feel like I just need to drop this bomb.
Yes.
I almost didn't drop it, but then I've just put out a whole podcast that says I'm alone. So if you've been following the show for a while, you'll know that I was formerly married. Now I am single as a Pringle. And that's, I think, there's been a lot of other stuff going on with my dad and work, but the main thing has been adjusting from being a 2-parent household to a co-parenting 1-parent household. When I'm cooking in the evening and I just run out of seasoning and I can't run to Tesco's, there's no one there. There's no one around to just, run to the shop. Do you know what I mean? It's those little things that you don't think about.
True.
But yeah, that's I feel like that's my biggest thing that's happened in the last year and a half.
So what's been your biggest, what's been the hardest part about that for you?
Ooh. I guess as much as, I can say, like, you forgot this, you didn't remember, and moan about their dad, I guess it's just realising how privileged I was to even be in that situation. And it's now that I'm not in that situation and I can understand, like, when my friends used to moan, I used to get it, but now I really get it. And even still, there's still a layer of support there because he has the kids.
Absolutely.
Like, the kids are with him today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where there's women out here who literally have their kids 7 days a week, like no break,
exactly.
like no one's around. Even a couple of weeks ago, I had my friend's son, because she's going through that right now, where the dad's present, but he's abroad right now. He's been abroad for like a couple months. Right. And it killed me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have 3 kids. It's not for me.
Yeah. I think any more than 2 kids is that's a football team.
But I knew that the reason I did that was because I was like, I know how much this will mean to her.
Absolutely.
To have 2 days off when it's been like months of 7 days a week, solo, no one around, her immediate family isn't around like that either. So it's not even like them ones where you got that, like she's very solo. And yeah, I think that's been the hardest thing, like just letting go of like the luxury I had of someone living in the house with me who the kids love and know as much equally as me. It's not like it's a grandparent or an uncle, it's literally their dads.
Right. I feel you on that, because I used to live in my own place, and it was me and Rashan.
Yeah.
And I struggled so much with that I was like, no, I'm going back home.
Yeah, girl.
I'll move back to mum's.
I might have to do that.
But do you know what? I was lucky enough to still have my space back there, because obviously I still have my bedroom. Like, mum's house is big enough to accommodate at least more than 6 people, and it's only just 2 of us in the house now, because my mum's remarried and she's moved on, and so now she's basically left that. That's nice. And I wanted my son to go to school in that area, in that borough anyway, so it worked out. But I was like, I can't do it. It's hard,
especially when they're this young. I feel like as they get older, it's going to be a lot easier.
Yes,
but
exactly.
all of our kids, majority of them are still primary school younger. Do you know what I mean? So,
and it's not easy. So, but I'm glad the adjustment is, worked out.
Everyone, I will just say, you're like, you're glowing. I'm like, I'm starting to find my joy again.
That's good. Yeah, that's positive.
Like, one of my closest male friends, when I was in the thick of it, he said, Shahlaa, you are someone I know who can find the joy in anything.
Absolutely.
And for so long, I'd realised that, right, you haven't had joy for a long time. Like, you were so used to feeling like this, you didn't realise you was feeling like this anymore. So, just a message to any mums who feel like because they've got the young kids, they're trapped in a situation, they have to stay there. I'm not saying it's easy, like 100%. It's the hardest thing I've probably ever done in my life. Yeah. But it's worth it.
Right.
I find for me it sounds bad saying the last year, but I feel like I've finally got to grips with actually finding the joy in the little things.
Yeah.
Because I think it gets to a point where it can become so overwhelming that if you don't find the joy in the little things, you would just always feel stressed, you will always feel tired, you will always feel run down. Absolutely. So just the small little things, like your child drew a picture.
Yeah.
You went to a walk to the shop together. Yeah. And they were talking about, my son loves dinosaurs, the leaves on the trees and what the rocks look like.
Yeah.
It sounds silly.
So true.
It sounds silly.
It's
but
true.
Just the little things to take a moment to say, you know what, this is life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the beautiful moments that one day we won't have anymore. When they're
and
big
even
and
on
gone
the
off.
career side as well, because we're so ambitious, all of us, accepting that not always in my time. Do you know what I mean? Like that's something I've had to learn. It's not always when I want it, but it's still gonna happen.
It's still gonna happen. I think, again, if you put your mind to it and you're able to just balance things out, I think balance and schedule is key.
Yeah.
Because without that, forget it. Your life will just be all over the place. But yes, the little things. Like even when I walk my son to school, like we'll be counting the cars. He wants to count all the cars on the street. He knows what a Rolls Royce and all them.
Ooh, where do you live?
Yeah, I know.
Ain't no Rolls Royce in my area.
Oh mine.
And like all the like Lambos and all of that stuff and whatnot. And he'll like point out cars like there's a Mini, there's this, there's that, and like I love that. Our little, 5-10 minutes as we're walking to school.
Yeah.
Just to give him that little so precious. So precious. So and I appreciate that now.
Yeah.
Before I don't think I didn't.
Yeah.
Too stressed.
You think because he's older now, it's that communication so stronger and like smoother.
Yeah. And I know what he has a love of cars and stuff, so it's like it's just easy to
Yeah.
You know.
Bless him.
So, but yeah.
I bet he loves mum's a driver.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what I'll do without driving, you know. I don't know.
Well, not with the kids. Yeah. With the kids and no
But
car.
you're doing it at one point.
No, only when I was like on maternity leave in the first 3 months or pregnant.
Yeah.
As soon as those kids were over 3 months, my car was back on the road because
Yeah.
you
I can't do it. I can't
you
do it.
physically can't.
It's
them
too
boss
much.
mums, I love you, but I feel sorry for you. Like,
Ooh.
honestly.
I find that stressful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I find that stressful.
Yeah.
Come
Honestly.
here, stand here. We got to talk
Even
to
on the
man.
underground.
It's raining. They won't let us on the buses, pads. Like, it's those things.
Hold on, sit down.
Nah, I can count the amount of times on one hand that I've taken him on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Yeah.
Eat an Uber if I have to. Like,
No, for real.
sorry,
That's
but
it,
ciao.
that's it. Yeah, for real.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So before we get to it, I feel like we got to go to you last.
We got to go back.
Cilla, what's been happening last year and a half?
Yeah. Ooh.
Since you last came on the podcast.
Since I last came on the podcast, so it's been, again, back-to-back releases that I was doing that year.
I remember.
I dropped another project called Perverse. Did a lot of television appearances. So I was on Trace. They had me as their recommends. I was on TBN. I did a special sit down with them that was more so, you know, spirituality based and just like life itself. Obviously, I'm a Christian, so it's themed around that. And yeah, lots of videos that we were shooting. Honestly, I had a ball that year. Honestly,
you're on from social. Your life was just popping. You was living out international superstar vibes, like campaign. I'm on this TV show. I'm performing here. Like
honestly, I can't complain, and the love as well. Like you know me, special place in my heart, one extra, because I'm always getting the love on the one extras and stuff. So yeah, I just had a lot of projects, and then as I dropped my last project that was in that summer, I decided that because my son was starting school, that I just needed a moment to just cut and pause.
Yeah.
Music is so full on, and then not only just that, if you've got other things, if you've got other things going on, it's a lot.
Yeah, and also the time never stops. Like in that industry, it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m, you can still get an email.
You can still get an email. You know, you still have to follow up with things. There's campaigns running. And I'm independent, so it's not like I'm working off a major label, you know, functionality of just loads of people doing different things. Yes, people get hired and stuff, but you're managing it all. And for me, I was just like, I'm not going to be able to do this, and I need to have full attention on Rashan. He's starting school.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
true.
big
That's
moment.
a big adjustment.
That's literally from like all we've known as like new mums to like now you're actually you're a child.
You know
like,
it.
You're a real child.
Yeah. When I see the mums talk about nursery, my child's in nursery. I'm like, nursery and school, two different things.
Yeah,
like
very
it's just completely. And I'm like, I've had to explain to people like, from September onwards, my life has been different.
Yeah.
I'm way more busier. I'm way more on my feet. I'm trying to literally make sure I get things done by a schedule to the T, because again, I need to make sure I go and pick him up, because I'm obviously responsible for picking up and dropping off my child.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure I get what I need to get done.
Sometimes just the pickups will throw you, you know? Just
Throw
the pickups is
you.
enough.
As soon as I see 5 minutes still
quick.
closing, I'm shook.
Yeah. That time between, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So it's just like I've had to explain to people, because my problem is before I used to just run around helping everyone.
Yeah.
Like I'd pick up so many favors for people, and I just had to just be like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yes.
The word no.
Power of no.
Yeah. I think people who's like maybe similar to me, you got a strong maternal instinct. Because before Rashan, and even when he was younger, so he was in longer hours in care, you had more time to be that, I'll help out. I don't mind support. But yeah, it does get to a point where you just have to be brutal. Like, I'm not doing it. Doesn't
Even
matter
just
who's asking.
seeing
That's true.
friends and going
Yeah,
out for like dinners and stuff is like, that can't, obviously it's lovely, but it can't happen all the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
And it's just like, even just to see each other, it just can't happen all the time. Like I might have a couple of friends, they still got children in nursery, and then I've got my son in school. It's just different timetables. Your child's finishing at 6, mine's finishing at 3.
Yeah.
We can't meet up in the middle of the day because then I have to be gone. So it's things like that. It's just been a change for me. But I'm glad I took that time out just to focus on him, because again, he had that little settling period where he wasn't settling down enough, and I had to kind of do the month thing of like, I had to get him early, then all of that. So that period went through, and then obviously now things are like great. So yeah.
It's good.
But yeah, no, it's nice to hear that like you had such a good year and you're putting yourself first. You're prioritizing yourself.
Definitely.
And of course, T.
Yes,
girl.
So
look at the belly booming.
Yes,
Woo.
coming along. He's coming along.
Oh, is it he?
So congratulations.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel good. I'm gonna have 3 boys, little boys running around the house, and my big girl. So hopefully she'll be helping me out.
Now, how do you honestly feel about that? Because 1 boy for me is plenty.
Yes.
I didn't think I was cut out for it, to be honest, but obviously clearly I am. So
Yeah.
we'll just see how it goes, isn't it? But they'll be close in age anyway, so I'm sure they'll just.
It's like they're
all
close
share
in
clothes
age.
and all of that stuff.
I
And
love that.
throw them out to the park
I love
together.
it. Yeah.
And then
go to
just
school
with their
together
cousins,
as well.
they can be a football team, isn't it? It's five sides.
Yeah.
They've all got each other.
Yeah. And I prefer that anyway.
Of course, yeah.
And how's the pregnancy been?
It's been all right. I just feel like my body's knackered now, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I swear I feel like that. Yeah, I just feel more tired. I feel like more aches and pains than before. Kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. Earlier on as well.
Okay.
So I feel
I
like...
remember you was showing quite quick. Like
Yeah.
when I seen you, it was like 2-3 months and you was already showing. And I was like, you're tiny. Like normally you don't show
my body
so
just
quick.
said, hello, I've been here before. Here we go. Bam. Everything just drop out where it was before.
Yeah,
Basically. Yeah. So...
But you look good.
Thank you.
You actually look good.
Trying to hold it together.
Glowing girl.
Exactly.
How's all the kids taking it? Like, are they excited? What are they feeling?
Yeah, so they're all excited. I'd say the smallest one, Ruben, he's 2. He's the most excited. Even though you'd think he'd be the least to
I thought
understand.
he'd be a bit like, I was the youngest.
No, he comes to cuddle me. He comes to kiss my belly. He lies on it. He feels the baby move.
Super affectionate.
And he giggles. He finds it hilarious.
I love
that.
And I just tell him, your brother's coming for you.
Oh,
He's coming for you.
Coming for you, you know? It's not war.
Because he's the mischievous one, isn't he?
Okay.
So like, he's going to
Do
keep
you know
you
what? I
occupied.
bet he will grow up quick now because I feel like just from Ria and River, I can see that younger sibling really wants to catch up with the older one.
Yeah.
So as soon as a new small baby comes, he's like, okay, I'm quite big actually now.
Yeah. And
which
he's
I
talking
kind
a
of
lot.
love because then, I mean, I feel like development wise, they develop.
Quicker.
Yeah, they talk quicker. Everything's
Yeah.
just quicker as opposed to
true.
like one child, like with Roshana, who was a lag because he's the only child. Do you get what I'm saying? But then when the second one comes, it's like,
Yeah.
you know?
It's true, because he wants to be like his big brother. So everything
Right.
Harvey does, he repeats all the time. It's hilarious. It's actually hilarious. I want to see Mario, and then Ruben will say, I want to see Mario. I want that. I
to
want
start
that.
copying each other.
I want a yogurt. I want a yogurt.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, that's definitely true. But since the last season,
Yeah.
so I've changed my jobs as well.
Okay.
I'm sure that was from since the last season. Yeah, so I'm in a part-time role now.
Yeah.
Back into bidding, which I originally
Yeah, that's
was.
what you did.
Because
Season 1 you was
I
doing
left the career. I left the career before.
Yeah.
I think for the second season, and I went to doing PA work because
Yeah.
it's the only thing I could find with flexible hours, less pressure, all
Right.
of that, just to manage the kids and stuff like that.
Of course.
But I finally found something back into my field now, part-time, and also 100% working from home. So I'm proud of that.
We like to see
Amazing.
it. That's the easiest for a working mum. Yeah.
That's
you
like
have
the
to-
best setup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we only go to London and meet up like once every 6 weeks. Not even 6 weeks, 2 months,
Yeah.
if that.
Yo, what? Can I get a job in this? What is this?
Can you slide me in? 'Cause-
Yeah, and we moved house.
Oh, you moved? Yes, I remember that. The move.
Oh, yeah, headache.
There's a lot of changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a bigger house and more space.
Amazing.
That's nice.
It's
That's-
gonna be-
She's saying it like her house before was massive as well. I don't know why.
But this one's even more bigger now.
Big garden, like everything was big. Don't try it.
this is it
So I
now.
can't
This
imagine
is
this
home for life
mansion.
now. This is it now. So
That's
yeah.
nice.
So and then obviously I'm pregnant, as we covered already.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna pray that your waters don't break on set with us.
Thank you, but I will be having another C-section, so this will be my 4th C-section. So it's definitely something.
Yeah,
we're
we're definitely going to be diving
Yeah.
deeper into that.
Yeah, that's mad.
So,
Yeah, you a soldier.
Yeah.
yes.
Right. Well, girls, I feel like we ready for season 3.
We are excited.
I'm so
Got some good
excited.
guests.
Yeah, and we've got something that we want you lot to all join us at. Do you want to share, T?
We are having our first Badassmums picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all on the Instagram. Check it out. 24th of June. I was about to say July.
June.
It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday in June.
Yeah.
But it's on the Instagram. And yeah, it's gonna be so nice to meet some of the people.
Yes.
Engaged.
Meet some of the mums. Have the kids, mingle.
Yeah.
Something nice.
And it's in
London. But now we're just saying London.
Yes, London.
We're not trying to attract anyone who's not invited.
Safeguarding, guys. Yes.
So you have to DM us for more information.
Yeah. Or the links in our bio on Instagram. You can RSVP.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. And make sure, guys, to follow us, Badassmums, on all streaming platforms and also online, Instagram, Badassmums. Make sure to follow us.